eFootball อ่า
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So we're up and running. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Trent Alexander-Arnold is one of the more productive players around, despite being a defender. When you look at his stats and see his contributions, you can realise how key a player he really is. And I suppose in many ways you can call him the perfect example.
Big header! He's missed, but not by that far.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
That's good running with the ball.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement.
It's a mighty effort! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Xabi Alonso goes short. Alexander-Arnold, he rises!
Yeah.
And he's there to get it away. Oh, that's neat. Donatoni crosses it in.
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
Robertson. Nicely weighted ball. Albert Ferrer makes the interception. Oh, lovely bit of skill. And he's managed to get free. Deflected behind for a corner kick. This their second corner of the game. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. And now a sudden chance to counter. Great vision. Tries to play it through. Donatoni. And that's aimed into the middle. Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner. Corner number 2 then. And it's been taken short. Ball driven towards the far post. Gnabry clears. Portugal have the chance to go the other way. Now that looks a decent ball. Alexander-Arnold is flagged offside. Now it's DiMarco. He is through here. DiMarco, terrific header. Goal, Portugal! certain, searing and imperious.
He was always going to do that one way or another. A fantastic effort, simply fantastic.
Portugal have fired themselves in front.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
Hit into the middle. It'll be a throw-in. And this is Drogba. He's had a shot! Sticks it away! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! And it has to be said, an absolute gift.
Well, you've got to give him credit for pressing so quickly there.
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. There's the whistle. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today? Chance! Now it's Haaland. Tries to play it through. It's a promising position. He's found the way through. Ferdinand is there and he can get that clear. And it's Beckenbauer in towards the back stick. Quality ball. Neymar. for Rice. And it's Neymar. Van Nistelrooy. Kirkchu. Oh, that's superb. And he's heaved it away. Taken back almost at once. Rice. And here's Neymar.
Neymar. Ngài kiểu
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest.
Red Bull Bragantino against Portugal.
The pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So off we go then.
The midfield three, Peter, I think are going to be key in this lineup because it's a very expansive system.
Yeah, it certainly looks a very front-footed approach.
It is, and with the front three, especially the wide men, running at and beyond the defence, there's going to be an awful lot asked of the midfield. They have to supply those balls the attack can run onto, while at the same time maintaining the team's overall shape by linking the front and back.
It's a good ball out wide.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
And reclaimed it in a trice. Caught offside that time. It's a throw-in. Can he get it through? Yamal! Oh, that's fabulous! Yamal! Cleared away. Spread out to the left. Oh, he's found support out wide. That's the keeper's ball. Aimed beyond the defence. Portugal yet to have an attempt on goal. Looking to play him in. He's shifting through the gears here. Cross to the back post. And that has been cleared. Neymar. Threads one in. Now it's Yamal. Just the goalkeeper to beat. And we have our very first corner. He gets big! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
McAllister clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
It's their second corner of the game. Doué plays it short. No way through, so back it comes. Portugal have the chance to go the other way.
Oh.
Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation, no more.
He's got it all! Crossbar comes to the rescue. Firm header, just off target.
He did so well there, it's just a shame about the accuracy.
DiMarco goes short. It's a pretty loose pass. Goes for the shot! Portugal have their second corner now. And now a sudden chance to counter. Well, played right into his path. And he's made sure that's not getting through. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Bragantino clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
He's picked his way through. Knocks it into space.
Has been indicated.
And he's managed to gift it back. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Robertson gets over and intercepts. And we've reached half-time. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. So we reached the halfway point.
Portugal really did turn up the tempo at the end of the half, and while they would be disappointed not to have broken through, obviously, the chances will come, provided they can keep producing good spells. It's been a half with significantly more positives than negatives, I feel.
An intriguing half, lacking only in goals. The score 0-0. And we are back on the way. So neither side has yet broken through. McAllister, nicely aimed pass. Now, can they get him away? Baresi. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. And it's Doué. Tries to pass it through. Crosses it in.
That's alert and sharp and very well played. That's just playing it safe and simple.
Well into the second half, and still there's nothing between them. Gets good distance on it. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Looking for options for movement. He is through here. Takes aim and big chance! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Just off target.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Yamal. Coming on to replace him is number 4, Messi.
Opts for safety. Baresi. Robertson. The most accurate pass. DiMarco. Now the delivery. Climbs up big! And he hits the net! That could turn out to be a huge, huge goal!
What a time to take the lead. But now comes the dilemma of whether you want to hold on or go for it again and try and extend your advantage. That's always been the harder option, in my experience.
Can it finish? They've done it! They're level in a trice!
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
And that really is so impressive.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
It's a mighty effort! Now, who's going to be first to this? In he goes again! Goal! Portugal! And they get themselves in front! Certain, searing and imperious.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
And now he has two. So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
What a great time to score, but it does give the manager a real headache. Does he sit on this lead now or try and finish it off?
He's got away. In by Tim. Big header. Firm header, just off target.
That's a really decent chance. Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
5 minutes added time.
Robert Navarro. Now it's Mbappe. Cleared without complication. And he's quick to snatch it back. Back into the middle. And that is that. Well, that was good. A terrific advertisement for attacking football. Both sides glad to trade blows, to set out always only to win. And it came down to one. This is where they want to be, one small step away from greatness.
Hello, everybody,
Win today,
and welcome to
and they
today's
will be
match.
up there amongst the elite. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters, who are ready now to perform. And that gets things running. Portugal cannot consider the option of defeat. It's not a question of want, but must. Now, can they get him away? It's gone for a throw-in. Gareth Bale, hero for his club, for his country, almost single-handedly snatched European glory from the grasp of your former club, Jim.
Yeah, thanks for reminding me about that, but he did produce a genuine moment of absolute magic. There was nothing anyone could have done about that. His first goal that night has to be amongst the most memorable ever scored in any European final.
Toure gets his final warning.
I don't think you need to be an expert lip reader to know what's being said here.
What a start. Free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. A real opportunity here from a position of great... He's had a crack. Oh, crossbar!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Rijkaard. And the keeper's got it again. Robertson. That's a good run down the left. Gnabry. Ball swung in. He gets big. Boom, header just off target.
That's a great attempt, although he clearly feels he should have done better with it.
Threads one in. That is a great pick out. He can get that clear. Puyol. Oh, easy pickings there. And that is as far as they're going to go. Looking for options for movement. Ball driven towards the far post. No goals as yet. Mbappe always looking for that half a chance. Mbappe is offering some sort of an apology there.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
DiMarco, now then, oh, he's been caught napping.
Portugal clearly are looking formidable down that left-hand side, the current supply route. Look, it's the width that's providing this momentum, and they look set to further exploit. Gives the defence a decision to make, whether to go zonal or man-to-man now.
Robertson. Ball played for Rijkaard. He's a sharp little ball here. Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. That's a throw. Well, there's no such thing as a bad time to score, but this would sure be a good time. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Now it's Bale. Bellingham. Played with finesse. Well read, and the danger is averted. Robertson is always looking to play quality balls. Now that looks a decent ball.
There will be one.
Oh, that's
minute
fabulous.
added time.
Fired deep towards the back post. And we hit half-time. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings.
Just a quick
What do you
request
think we're up
today
to
for
after
everybody to
45
please
minutes?
kindly remove
Solid,
any cars
very
parked on the
solid
road
actually,
outside the
Peter.
stadium.
They haven't made much of an impression at the other end, but defensively I think they've got an awful lot right, completely nullifying their opponents. Now they just need to focus on getting a little more creative.
So, no breakthrough from either side, 0-0 after 45 minutes of action. Here we go again then.
Portugal have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. Okay, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually...
Climbs up big! It's there!
Dependability is one thing, and he brings that to his game, but that sort of dynamism is another attribute he's blessed with, and it's revealed on a regular basis too. Superb.
Portugal get ready for another crack at the big prize.
Hello,
Will they
everybody,
get the
and
win they
welcome
need to
to
get their
today's
campaign off to a flying start,
PSG
or will their bubble
against
burst over the
Portugal.
course of the next 90 minutes? There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Tony Adams, now there is a proper defender, Jim.
Well, not too many Englishmen can rival his leadership qualities, Peter.
He just had so many strengths. You could go on all day about him, couldn't you?
Well, the epitome of solidity, thanks to his winning mentality and ability to organise a back four. You don't argue with Tony Adams. You do what you're told.
Opts for safety. DiMarco. Beckenbauer. Can he latch onto this? He's found the way through. Gnabry header! Goal! Portugal! Certain, searing and imperious.
Well, you've always got that threat when he's around. Great movement, and what a great header.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Cristiano Ronaldo! Ronaldo! Superb! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. They're level in a trice.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper...
Oh, smashing header!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Cannavaro. Can he get on the end of this? Neymar going full tilt down the left. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Oh, that was vital. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Threads one in. Beckenbauer. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And he skips past his man. It's Neymar!
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
PSV upping the intensity here, having lost possession.
Yeah, it's actually very good pressing. They want it back as quickly.
There's the shot! That is... and again! I think that's offside. Yes, it is.
Yeah. Okay.
Robertson is one whose deliveries we all know about. Oh, it's played into the air. Up he goes! Firm header just off target.
That's a really decent chance.
Muscular approach does pay off here. And that's put paid to a promising move. Beckenbauer. And a chance! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Portugal with the corner, they're first. There's the header!
Has been indicated.
Decent attempt, but not quite good enough. Robertson. And Neymar. Oh, a droll. And there's the end of the first half. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. So there was the first half.
Just a quick announcement.
Who wants half-time when you have a contest this good? I can only hope it picks up where it left off.
Through the gates.
So all square at half-time, each side matching the other blow for blow at the break. Portugal get the second half started. It'll be a throw-in. And it's Gnabry. Who played through for the wide man. It's a mighty effort! It's in!
Boom! There we go. And it couldn't be much better. He was born for the glory he's just managed. The apple on top of the tree.
A really thumping header, absolutely crashes it in.
Superb timing to generate that power through a really strong neck behind it, and he gave the keeper little opportunity.
Portugal go into the lead. And here's Raul. showing good feet. Chance! He's done very well to get to that.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
They've played it short, and this is Raul. Solid goal! No messing about, just bludgeoned away. And here's Soboslai. Crosses it in. And that has been cleared. Bale! Now that has posed a few awkward questions.
Yep, certainly could have been something so much more.
So Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Beckenbauer. Oh, that's fabulous. Khan claims comfortably. Matías Cunha is someone who's always looking to catch the eye with his trickery. And that is a little undercooked. DiMarco. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Terrific header! Really well taken goal. And there we have it, the 2-goal cushion. What a header! Flashed in with the crispest of contacts.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
You can certainly sense a real change of mood here. Now the crowd are demanding that they just finish this off.
Oh, easy. Tries a shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on Drogba! Neymar.
This is the time you need that pace.
No way through. And it's Robertson. Ball driven to shot, surely! Oh, that probably deserved better.
I thought the wing work was A1. The defending and finishing was anything but.
Some good work on the right flank here. He's got away. Oh, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. What about this cross? Chiellini is there. He's having a go. Oh, fantastic! About as smooth as it gets. That is how you do it. A goal to launch his new life, his new chapter.
After 88 minutes is number 3, Aracey.
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion.
Hello,
The game yet to
everybody,
kick off.
and welcome to
The
today's
excitement
match.
already palpable. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference? Eze! Oh, the ball's come loose here.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
That's headed upfield. De Bruyne. And here's Ibrahimovic. And it's Eze. Shot could be on. Hangs one in. Terrific header. He will be livid with himself. Robertson. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Drogba. That has been slung wide. Well, good play on the left-hand side here. Gnabry. Portugal so far providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. It's a promising position. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Plays a sharp little ball. Shoots! It's there! So smooth. A signature finish.
I was impressed with both the movement and the pass, both causing lots of problems for that defence.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
No question, this is the man you want to get onto the end of things. Throw in. Now he's got space here. Gnabry looking to run onto it. It's a good run down the left-hand side. Oh, that's fabulous. Crosses it in. Oh, smashing header! Boom header, just off target.
That's a really decent chance.
Cannavaro picks it up from the goal kick.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Neymar going face-to-face with his great rival. Eze. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped. OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Gnabry going full steam ahead down the left flank. Oh, what a climb! He scores! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
Portugal.
A really thumping header, absolutely crashes it in.
Well, you've always got that threat when he's around. Great movement, and what a great header.
That has certainly made things interesting.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant. Well, it was a really good thing he was on standby.
And it's half-time here. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Portugal really showed some resolve in that first half, Peter, after going behind. So I think the message from the manager will be quite a positive one. Keep going and keep doing what you've been doing, because it's pretty good.
So in they come for the break with nothing to separate them. The score 1-1. And the game has already resumed. It's a mighty effort! Firm header just off target.
He did so well there, it's just a shame about the accuracy.
And it's Drogba.
Okay.
And that's clear cut, it's a free kick. Drogba. And we have our very first corner. Surely now! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And that is a little undercooked. Baresi. Beckenbauer. Played into space out wide. Oh, shooting chance! Goal! Portugal! And the comeback is complete. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Portugal get themselves into the lead.
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
Robertson, and claimed it back swiftly. And it's Neymar. And that has been cleared. It's Neymar! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Well, to put it this way, he's probably made better decisions.
Now it's Drogba. That's a little off target. Goes looking wide. Oh, that is asking for trouble. He is through here. DiMarco. Big header. Oh, it's come off the upright. No mistake. And there we have it. The 2-goal cushion. Certain, searing and imperious.
Yeah, but I think most of the credit has to go for the ball into the box, Peter. Just came in at the perfect time and the perfect angle.
Up he goes! And that would have been game, set and match.
You could tell he wanted that too. Still, at least he could smile about it, seeing as they're a couple of goals up.
Modric. Eze powering forward here. Oh, good ball!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Great ball, and he's in here. DiMarco. He's got away. Gnabry. Big chance! It's a loose ball. That's another chance. Yes! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, that's not the best attempt by the keeper, and he's just paid the ultimate price, hasn't he?
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. And we're underway. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Yeah, Thibaut Courtois. He's a huge presence between the sticks, and that's not just because he's 6'6", Peter. He's got great reflexes, wonderful positioning, and he's a strong defensive leader. I think opposition defences will also need to watch out for his long throws. They're quick, they're accurate, and a source of many a good counter-attack.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Can he get on the end of this? He's looking wide.
Yeah, the crowd have tried to spark some excitement, but to no avail. This needs something explosive.
Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. And that is a little undercooked. Roberto Carlos. It's Roberto Carlos! Yamal! No, poor contact, nothing on the shot.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
In towards the back, he's got full! Costa Corta with the clearance. Portugal do look happy to keep things simple here, Jim. Hit the byline and get it in the box.
Well, they've certainly got the players for it, Peter. When you've got guys who can whip them in like that, you want to be giving it to them as much as you can.
Looking to play him in, and he lines up up he goes! Another fruitless header.
Yeah, nothing overly wrong with the way the ball's been played in. They just need to make it count.
Costa Corta. It's gone out for a throw-in. Drogba. That has been slung wide. He has found the way through. Decent chance! Goal! Portugal!
สองแขนท็อปโลกกันท็อปหนึ่งของโลกท็อปสองก็ยังเปิดส่วนหนึ่งอันนี้ก็เปิด